Hello and welcome to Virtual Intelligence Solutions tutorial. Today we're going to talk about one of the best ways to check for internet connection on a Flutter application. So the packages we'll be using for this tutorial are all the packages you can see above here. So let me just quickly explain each of the packages to you and we dive straight into the code. I don't want to waste anybody's time. So first we use the package called get-it, which we are going to use to call our classes to instantiate our classes and call the functions in the classes wherever we need it in our code. So if you have interest in knowing what this is all about, the brief I can give you about it is I use it to instantiate classes and call it anywhere I like in my code. So you can read all the details about the package here and see more abilities the package can give you in your code. The next package we would use is the data connection checker, which we would use in checking for connection to internet. So if you want to read details about it also, you can read about it. I'll put the link of each packages below the video. So we have the connectivity package also. We are going to use it to check for internet connection also, and the Google font to just style our fonts, and the NB utils to show some pop-up and some other little beautification of the app. So now I've created a new project, and the new project is I called it internet check. So in the lib folder, first you need to import all the packages like this, or you can write the version code in front, but sometimes I don't put the version code for it to get the best that the project can work with. So that's why I don't put the version code in some. So after you've bring in all the packages and you've get the package, like you've run flutter pop get, or you click the icon get package here. Once the package is installed by Flutter, you must ensure you connected to the internet on your system, but not on your phone, but on your system. So now on the main.dat, the first thing you have to do before you go to the main.dat is you need to create a custom function file. The custom function file is where we'll add all the short functions and details about it, like all the functions we need in the application to maybe if a function I create function files when I am sure that I'm going to use the code in multiple places in the app. So that's why I create function files. So like this show error dialog, I know that in a lot of places in the app I will need to show error, so I created a function file for a function for it and name it show error. So this is show error. So now this is another function, check internet. This is using data connection checker to check for internet. So we are checking internet across Google, Cloudflare, OpenDNS, some other connection. You can add yours also to this place. You can add more connection types. If you know the address, you can add it here for the data connection to check for it. So the data connection would loop through all this and check if the person phone can connect to any of the addresses. So if it can connect to any or some of the addresses, it would ping that there is internet connection. So to ping the DNS. If you want to know more about this, so I don't waste more time, I've added comments into the code, so you can just check it out and understand some things about it. Also, I call the internet. This is internet. I created two functions: check internet access and is internet. Like there is internet. So this is using connectivity package. So this check if there's connection with it has data connection checker. If it has connection, return true. If it does not have, return false. If connection is Wi-Fi, if it has connection, return true. If it does not have, return false. So I created these two functions. This ping DNS is used in the check internet access. So now after creating the function, now we need to set our class in the get it, so that it will have the ability to call it anywhere we need it in our code. So I moved down into the I created the file called locator.dat. Now you import the get it then you register the class, this custom function class inside the get it lazy singleton. So you register the class. Once you've registered the class like this, don't forget the name. This name here, you would copy the name, then you go to your main.dat. You would replace the void main run app with this, then you paste the setup locator here, and you will put the widget flutter binding.ensure initialize. This will ensure that some code are already ready before the main app runs. It allows code to run before the main app runs its code. So that's why you need to put this here. So once you've set up everything, just connect it to the home, to the first screen. Now the first screen is the welcome page, which is where we check for internet. So I'm going to check for internet in two different ways. First, we are going to check for internet when the person click on login button. Maybe there's a login button on your page, maybe a login button or a sign in button. If the person click on login button, I want to check for the internet before the login button process the request. And I also want to check for the internet on page load. If the page loads, I want to check for internet connection, and I want some things to happen if the page load, if there's internet or if there's no internet. So first, you need to call in the custom function using this locator, then your custom function which you have already registered here. So you call it like this, then you import the locator and the custom function.dat. So this automatically initialize it instantiates the class for you inside this func file. Now this func file, we can now call all the functions in here on our page. So now let's move into the code. So first, I created a boolean value called false. So I want to check for the internet immediately the page loads. So that's why I'm calling it in the init state. I'm checking for the internet immediate page loads. But this time around, I'm not showing any pop-up to user that they don't have connection. I want the pop-up to show when user clicks on the register or the login button. So now ignore this. I will explain it when it's time. We'll get there soon. So I'm trying to remove the top bar, like the app, the main phone top side. I'm trying to remove it with that. You can learn more about it on Google and see, but that's not what we are here to talk about. So I created VIS, and I added some text, some images, and the button. Now this is where the work comes in. Now when you run the app, let me show you the output of the app. If you should run the app like this, now this is the code of the app. This is the app code. So if you should run the app, now this is the dashboard. If you should click on dashboard, it tells you no internet. Now this is what happens when the person clicks on dashboard. It checks if send, that is, if the boolean is true, it should navigate to the dashboard, else you should show no internet. Now on start of the page, we set the boolean to be false. Now there's a function called check my internet, which is below here. It checks for the internet connection. Function is internet, then it checks the second one, check internet access. Then if the two values are true, then send me should be true. If the two values are true, send me should be true, else send me would be false. So on load of the page, the system checks for this and automatically assigns the value to the send me. So when the person clicks on the dashboard or the login or the register, I'm still calling the function again so that the app can check again for the internet connection and set the value for send me in case the person have already on the data, and set the value for send me. So let me add some, let me change the if this to yeah, you connected, you connected. This toast that you are seeing here is from the NB utils package, so that's why I'm using it. Let's change it to green accent. So now if the send me is connected, I'm reloading the page now. If the send me is true, since if you check my phone now, I've not on the data connection. So the data connection is not there. Yeah, data connection, I've not on my Wi-Fi, so there's no data connection on my phone. So if I should click on it now, it would show me no internet. So fine, now let's on the data connection and see what happens when the person is already on the page. If I on my Wi-Fi now, it's going to connect. Now it's, as you can see, that I'm connected to the internet now. So if I should click on it, it shows no internet, but because I've already called the function again here, now if I should click on it again, it tells me, yeah, you connected. So that checks immediately that I'm connected. That tells me that I'm connected to the internet. Then you cannot navigate to the, you cannot allow the user to navigate to the page that he or she wants to navigate to. Now that's the first step in checking for internet connection. The second step is this function here. This calls the two functions using the func file. The func file we instantiate here. So yeah, this it calls the is internet and the check internet access. If the internet and the internet if the two are true, we are checking to ensure that the two are giving us true. So we want something to happen. Maybe you can call your API here, or you can show a pop-up of, I don't know what you want to do. So you can do anything to, but this is where this shows that the internet is connected here. But when it is not connected, it should show a dialog. So I will call this in the init state. You see, the main thing is I'm doing this too because, one, there's some cases whereby you like to just check for the internet if the person click on the button on the page, or you like to check for the internet if the person loads the page immediately. So now if you should restart the app like this, and well, I'm connected to the internet, so nothing should happen. I'm connected to the internet, so everything should work fine. No pop-up should show, no error, nothing should show. So if I should click on dashboard, it will show me, yeah, you are connected. Now I'm going to off my connection to the internet. Now I'm going to off my connection. So if I should click here, it shows you are connected, but I'm coming. But if you click it again, it shows no internet. Now we are checking this. We are checking for the second one. Auto reload. The second one will show a pop-up to the user that there is no internet on the person's phone. Immediately the person loads the page, so that shows the pop-up to the user that there is no internet connection on the person's phone, and the person should connect to the internet. I'm coming. It's not reloading somehow. I'm coming. Okay, let me save the page. Okay. I don't know why it's not. I'm trying to run the second code, and okay, it has reloaded. So yeah, so as you can see, please connect to an internet or check your internet connection. So this is when there's no connection and you want the pop-up to show this. That's when you use the second one, so that it will show the pop-up to user that there's no internet connection. So the user will know that there's no internet connection, and if the user clicks on the login button here or the dashboard, you say no internet. So this is one of the best way of checking for internet on your Flutter application. There's other ways whereby, for example, if I have internet connection, now that there's no internet connection, the second way which I would make the video, maybe when next I have time. Sorry about this. I'm trying to. So if you should on the internet, the system will automatically, without you clicking this again for it to check, it automatically check it for you and detect that the system is connected to the internet or not. So in the next video, in the next tips and trick that we are going to release out, we would create a Flutter application that will automatically check without user clicking any button or anything. It automatically check for internet connections or if the person is connected to the internet or not. So please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and ensure that you invite your friends and share the posts, the video, so that will encourage us to make more tips and tricks in Flutter. We have a lot of tips that we are going to create, and if we can see that people are interested in video, we'll keep creating more videos for you to watch and enjoy without paying us any money. So there are more videos like how to do how to add wish lists using share preference, how to load data offline using share preference, and a lot of other things, how to do offline, how to make your app run in offline mode, and a lot of other things in Flutter that, based on my experience in Flutter and my experience as a programmer, I will teach you everything. All you just need to do is subscribe and share and invite people to watch. And in the link of the video, you would see our pages you can like and share. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day.